Welcome everybody to Monday mornings. The week ahead for financial markets. A really interesting potential week ahead. Lots of market moving potential. Let's unpick and see what the market is looking at, and of course, and give you our 5 market moving factors that may be significant this week. So if we look at the indices overall in the US, we've got record highs in sight. We saw markets edge towards all-time highs again on data and earnings. Of course, much of that is going to be dependent on the news we receive over the coming days. And of course, the major impact is going to be that of the Fed, who meet on Tuesday for their 2-day meeting. We have got a 0.25% cut expected, but what next really is what the market is asking. At this stage, there was some good PCE numbers on Friday. There is the potential for January to see another rate cut, but the next 24 hours may be critical. And of course, that may be important in terms of how you plan for the next couple of weeks. We're going to do a special video on that and how to prepare for that, including how you may pre-position for the Fed and the dust that may settle afterwards, depending on the outcome. There is other pre-Christmas central bank action, just to either give or take away money out of people's pockets, of course, with the RBA decision tomorrow here, which is likely to be a pause. Data have not really indicated or given any motivation for the RBA to cut rates again. We've got the ECB, UK and BOJ all set to release decisions in the next 10 days. So it will be an interesting time, both in equity and FX markets. Well worth keeping on top of these as they are due to come out. Big tech is always in the news, it seems, these days. AI is still under scrutiny in terms of potential valuation issues. We have got 2 fairly big players in the AI use in play in the tech sector this week who are releasing earnings. Broadcom and Oracle are both reporting. So again, just keep an eye on that. But I suspect that may play second fiddle to whatever the Fed telegraph for early 2026. One chart that is certainly worth having a look at is copper. We saw a move to 4-month highs. And of course, the question is, as we look at this, the test of record highs that we hit back in July possible. The recovery over the last few months since the 50% import tariffs were imposed on copper into the US, you can see we did hit a range here. We talked about this a little while ago on one of our charts of the day at 525 being important. That and the $5 nice round number that markets like so much. We breached that at the end of the week before last. And although we had a retest, we continued through not only 525, but also up towards 550, which we projected would be a potential pause point, simply because that's the confirmation point of this double top you see here at 550. So a little bit of shyness in Asia. Perhaps we'll need to see some of that data coming out and the Fed decision prior to a significant breach of 550, if that indeed is going to happen. Or are we to pull back down and see 525 again? One certainly to keep on your radar. 550 would be a multi-time frame breach if it happens, but of course, being patient is the key.